Have you ever wondered if any of the Blue Lock players could make it into the new Gen 11? If so, stick around for this video. From what we know so far is that the new Gen 11 are a select group of 11 players that represent the best player in each position in the world under 20. So far we have been introduced to 3 out of the 11 players, which are Itoshi Sai, the number 10 genius of Japan, Michael Kaiser, the German emperor and the best striker under 20, and Don Lorenzo, the Italian zombie, who is very versatile in defense. These players are all insanely good and have their own unique traits that help them stand out, and some of these things are not even attainable for pros such as Noah, one being the Kaiser impact. This is in no means to say that the new gen status is unattainable, it is just reachable for a select few, and these are the players I believe can enter or have already entered that realm of players. The first player to join these ranks is Itoshi Rin. With his versatile and all-around playstyle, he is the player that ranks above everyone in Blue Lock. People tend to forget that he is only 16 years old. If it's not already clear by his market value, then I don't think we've been reading the same thing. Rin is blessed with many talents as he possesses things such as superior football technique with the ability of moving the ball forward and dribbling past players who stand in his way from reaching the goal. Rin has the best shooting ability we've seen on a consistent basis, if we don't take a new Gen 11 such as Kaiser into account, as he also has great efficiency when taking and making his shots. He can score from in or outside the box, finesse or power it in, the most versatile striker of the ball under 20. Rin's IQ for the game is on another level, and was higher than Isagi before recent developments, controlling the field and managing the situation as it changes. This ties in with his insane offensive output and his insane ego. Rin's stats alone would already rank him among the top echelon of players under 20, and he is constantly improving. Rin has one of the highest potentials in Blue Lock. His abilities, which include spatial awareness and puppet control, allowing him to dominate the field and manipulate the players around him for his own means. He is able to analyze the game and find the best route possible to score a goal, using his off-the-ball movement to maximize his scoring potential. He also has perfect kicking accuracy, which is displayed by his signature shot curling it into the top corner. Rin has also been working on new shooting techniques to maximize his chances in different situations, including Rin's flow state. His berserker form is one of the most OP states in Blue Lock, drawing his opponent's best abilities then proceeding to crush them, thus making it impossible to think that this man can't make it into the new Gen 11, predominantly as a left winger. The next player is Isagi Yoichi. Now I know some people are gonna say it's plot since he's the MC, but if you actually know football, you'd know what Isagi is doing on a constant basis with metavision is already world class. Pro players can only dream of reading the game to the level that he can with that little experience. Isagi's vision alone puts him in that tier, but his physical needs to catch up. That's not to say he isn't working on it, but it's not there just yet. From the moment he played his first game in Blue Lock and suffered a horrific defeat, he's been constantly improving on his awareness skills and how to adapt to every situation. His vision has improved greatly as he acquired metavision, and his football IQ improved alongside it. Isagi has the best field IQ of all the players taking part in the Neo Egoist League, and at this point it's a large gap between him and second. How he's able to read the plays of a player that Noah regards as the best in Mark Snuffy is not something that can be taken lightly. This makes his offensive output even greater just from being able to outread defenses and players' next move, allowing him to create goals such as the winning goal against Ubers and use Noah to get around Chris Prince. Isagi's defense is also really impressive, especially for a player that plays further up the field. He tracks back a lot in order to stop players such as Barou from scoring a goal with the use of his spatial awareness. Isagi has one of the highest potentials we've seen in Blue Lock so far, and at the rate he's going at, he might be the best player in the tournament in the U20 World Cup. Isagi on stats alone would probably not make the new Gen 11, but it's how he makes up for those stats that counts. and the abilities he has to help him do that include spatial awareness with his unique scent for goal, knowing where the most dangerous area on the field is. This is enhanced by his metavision, which is the best used metavision in Blue Lock, able to outplay a lot of players, even those who possess metavision, as it gives him foresight, allowing him to accurately predict what is about to happen. His off-the-ball movements and insane reflexes, which allow him to enter opponents' blind spots, mixed with his primary weapon, his direct shot, makes for a deadly formula for scoring goals, and his flow state enhances that. Isagi has now become the rival of the player who stands at the top of Blue Lock, and plans to take that spot away from him, making it hard to deny his entrance into the new Gen 11 as a right winger. Now the third and last player I think has already entered or is close to entering that realm of new Gen 11 is the king himself, Barou, the man who leads the line for Italy's Ubers, taking it over after disobeying his master. Barou's eye for goal is of the highest level as shown by his acquisition of the Predator Eye, which is opposite to Metavision, as instead of expanding his vision, it narrows it down to focus solely on the goalkeeper in order to find an opening to score a goal. Barou ranks highly among players with impressive physical stats, allowing him to bulldoze through players as he runs towards goal. He has really high shooting stats, which would be expected from the second highest goal scorer in the Neo-Egoist League, almost completing 2 hat-tricks. Barou's offensive output is among the best, having scored one of the highest number of goals from the first selection until his last game in the Neo-Egoist League. We've always known that Barou is a scoring machine and an ideal striker, waiting to devour any chance he gets. Barou has a high potential and his ego is like no other, as he sees the ball as a pawn for him to control and his teammates as servants who should be loyal to him and aid him in the quest of scoring goals. He's worked hard to be where he is and demands the respect that comes with that. Barou is a complete striker with the abilities of superior physicality and his mid-range shot that finds the back of the net every time, with his increasing range, allowing him to shoot from distance with insane shot power similar to Kunigami. Barou also has his villainous football where he selfishly takes on his opponents using chop feints and his lightning dribble. Mixing that with his Predator Eye would be a deadly formula for scoring goals. This would undoubtedly make him the ideal number 9 in a new age of new Gen 11 players. I'm not in any way saying that these players are already in the new Gen 11, as to join the new Gen 11 they'd have to knock out a few players, and in the number 9 position, I think that's impossible. These 3 players are simply within that realm of players that can attain new Gen 11 status, as the current new Gen 11 players are getting over the age of 20, as Kaiser and Lorenzo are already 19. These 3 are the players I can say with confidence will lead the line in the future new Gen 11. We do have some honorable mentions with the likes of Gagamaru, who is an excellent keeper, but at the moment he concedes too many goals for me to think that he is among the best under 20 at the moment. Maybe as he improves, but for now he merely has the potential. Another one is Nagi Seishiro. If he had carried on his form after the match against Isagi and Bastard Munich, where he seemingly lost his ego, he would have been among the 3 players I think would have made it. Then we have Nagi's partner in crime, Ryo Mikage. He has all the attributes to make it in, but wastes it on Nagi. With him being this attached to Nagi, I can't see him being one to make it into the new Gen 11. Another player who deserves an honorable mention is Aiku, who is by far the best defender in the Blue Lock facility. He is the closest to the 3 players I've mentioned prior and would have made it in if he was just a little better. He has all the tools to become the best defender in the world. It'll just depend on how he uses those tools. Then we have a trio that is barely scratching the surface of new Gen 11 status alongside Aiku, which is the likes of Bachira, Chigiri and Shido. Alongside Aiku, they are also the closest to reaching that level of the new Gen 11. Thanks for watching the video. Please leave your comments down below on who you think I've missed in either making it or as an honorable mention. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.